This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. Well, the countdown for Max B coming home starts now. 10 more months, and he will be home. So that'll be pretty big. Hopefully French Montana takes care of him. We'll see who does songs with him. And a lot of the artists that used to champion Max B are kind of like not around like they were before, like Wiz Khalifa. Drake, I don't know if Drake will be too relevant when he comes home. We'll see. I mean, he'll be relevant, but not the same effect. You know, the Drake effect. Every loss Drake takes is it takes away from his credibility. We'll get to this in a second. Then we got Khloe Kardashian posting up holiday photos. Someone posts, y'all over here enjoying while Dream's grandma is feeding the homeless. And then Khloe Kardashian says, and I'm not knocking what anyone else chooses to show or just keep to themselves. But personally, when people fall on hard times, I don't feel it's right to publicize that for my own personal pat on the back. You know what? I have to agree with her 100%. Most people that show themselves giving back, they can tell you all they want. They're trying to inspire others to do the same thing. But what they really want is the praise they get under the comments saying, oh, you're such a good person. You're so amazing. That's what they live for. And then they go to sleep at night feeling, I am a good person. When look what she did with Black China. Was she really a good person? She probably, look at what Black China turned out to be. I mean, I'm not saying she's horrible. I was just saying she was on that pole, okay? She could have been the best mother. Let's just say that, okay? So highlighting charity or an organization that might need some awareness is one thing, but I don't feel comfortable highlighting people when they're at their lowest point in their lives. To each his own. I'm only speaking for myself. Well, you know Tokyo Tony's going to come for vengeance. French Montana lands on Forbes because he has a documentary dropping when you have a publicist. It's pretty big to get on the cover, though, so we'll give it the legacy for Khadijah, a story of sacrifice and resilience. You know, I wonder if the Forbes cover is for sale. Because yeah, I'm interested in checking out the documentary, too. French Montana has ultimate hustler. Gotta say that. This guy couldn't even really rap. He was doing DVDs and rapping, and then he wiggled his way into an Akon deal, then dealing with Deb, then doing a deal with Diddy, and then in Rick Ross at the same time. Crazy. And look at him now. You know, doing best friends with Drake. This, you know, like he's a ultimate finesser and hustler. Charlamagne comes after Drake hard and gargles Kendrick's meat for about 4 minutes straight. Now, you know, Charlamagne just hates Drake, right? He makes good points. You know, certain things can't be faked. Like, you know, Drake just didn't have a bop at that moment. You know, he chose the wrong moves in the beef. Now, did UMG help? Probably. And Charlamagne did predict that Drake would take this whole thing of being accused of being a PDF file. Because Drake is such a big entity, he has to respond to that. You can't just let that slide, you know? And then Charlamagne says, well, Kendrick's wife could sue Drake for saying that she, you know, accusing her of having a kid with Dave Free and Kendrick putting hands on her. That would lead to discovery, right? And I don't think she would want to do that, because what if it's true? What if? Or what if it's true that Kendrick did put hands on her, and now they go digging harder, and they have discovery, and they find something, you know? You don't want people in your personal business so much. Now, they're all good points. I'm not saying people were wrong in that. It's just that, I don't know, you know, being good. I don't know. See, they're both big entities, and saying that you put hands on your wife, that's bad, and then being called a PDF file is super bad. So I don't know. They're both weird for I don't know. Anyways, Drake's real enemy though is still Meek Mill, and Drake should have never done another song with Meek Mill, especially when he came home. Should have left him where he was and crushed him even more, because Meek Mill was the one that introduced that Drake has ghostwriters. He tried to introduce this, and that took Drake's credibility away immediately as being a pure hip-hop artist. He was, and then, that came to bite him with the Pusha T thing. He lost that Pusha T battle. It's like Drake, and then Drake continued to battle after the Pusha T thing with someone that's more skilled than Pusha T. It's just Drake should have never engaged in a battle with Kendrick in the first place. When I think about it, it's like you bowed out of the Pusha T battle because you didn't want to get too dirty, right? You didn't want to go too deep and too dirty in the response. That was his excuse. Drake makes better music than Pusha T and Kendrick, but you're not a battle rapper if you're not willing to go to places where people might not want to, where you're going to be the villain and not be as friendly to marketing with certain products and stuff. You got to choose what you want to be. Drake wants to be a pop artist more than anything, right? He wants that Taylor Swift kind of money, and he's getting it, He's getting a version of it. Obviously, Taylor Swift makes more money, but, engaging in these battles isn't a good idea. Baiting Kendrick to come at you was dumb. It just wasn't smart. And, it left it for UMG, who you were having a battle with previously. It gave him an opportunity to assist Kendrick to crush you more. All they had to do was enhance what Kendrick was already doing, and it just wasn't a smart move. So if I were Drake, I would let this die down. I guess this is a negotiation way of going by taking UMG to court, and then probably they'll meet somewhere in the middle, or the number Drake wants to get, and then this will all just disappear. But Meek Mill is the real enemy of Drake. Out of nowhere, Drake is someone that helped Meek Mill. Years, every album, the biggest song is his song with him and Drake, right? And then Meek Mill turned around and dissed him. Meek Mill's a sucker, Meek Mill's a sucker for that, So Meek Mill even went at Rick Ross when it's like Rick Ross saved you. Nobody wanted to sign Meek Mill. Rick Ross took a chance and groomed him. Pause. So Meek Mill is a sucker, bro. He's a disloyal. He's like, Game is disloyal on the West Coast, and the East Coast version of Game is Meek Mill. Okay. Meek Mill is a sucker, bro. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Smash that like button for me. I appreciate you all.
Jordan Tower.
News.